Let me tell you something. I cannot stand cannibals. And look, he want to be showing out.
See the bruising around the right eye.
Look,
bloodied mouth and nose.
so let me tell you something.
Angulo
Let me mute this. I'm watching this in replay. This is on Tuesday. I had to take some family time, and then also I had a lot of school shit going on last week. A lot out in like the field and everything. So I had a really, really bad like asthma attack, the worst I've had in probably like before I went to the coma. So anyway, we're back though, full time. My boxing podcast is going to be launching at the end of the month. I'm really excited about it. Also, I've opened up our boxing group and forum. So on Facebook, you can find us at FightView 360 or FV 360 Boxing. And on Reddit, we're also now on FV 360 Boxing, raising our platform. The podcast is going to be called, obviously, FightView 360. I think that's, I'm going to be doing multiple shows a week, likely two. One main hour show. And then if there's anything that special happens throughout the week, some controversy, we'll upload a episode. It'll be available on all your major podcasting platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, etc. So listen, I said it before, and we're going to be very, like real here and respectful to the fighters. Edgar Berlanga is not it. He doesn't have that star power. Like superstar, like, and it's like they're trying to shoehorn him, forces on us. Yeah, he had that crazy knockout streak, for example. They're on commercial break. Even though I can fast forward, I'm just letting it play through on Top Rank on the ESPN Plus app. They say they're on commercial break. We're going to listen to the results. But I do think that the right man won, though. But let's listen in. Take a time out. Like the video, subscribe. We're going to talk about it. And talk about Mr. Berlanga and how I think him versus Jesse Hart should be next. Or unless they want to go him and Danny Jacobs. Is he still with Rozier? I mean, Rozier had Sergey Derevyanchenko and Danny Jacobs fight. But let's see something. But I think Jesse Hart, I think that's the way to go. Let's turn it up. And we're going to listen to the post-fight. We're going to listen to the post-fight interviews, too. But yeah, bro, like, he just don't got it to me. Like, he just don't got it. Is he a top 10 168 pounder? I don't know. We're gonna have to go look. What's taking him so long? We're gonna have to look. Let's listen into the cards being read, and then we're gonna head over.
Thank you, Stan and Ashley. Look forward to that. We are back here in New York, where Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is.
Let me tell you what I don't like. I don't like how ESPN Top Rank. You see how right now the broadcast on ESPN Plus is 1 hour 58 minutes, and it's about to end. And we're at 1 hour 56 minutes in, so which means you got to go watch the State of Boxing broadcast to listen to the post-fight interview. It's the post-fight show for the
Brought to you by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance. Big crowd came out.
But yeah, he bit this dude. Did he bite him twice?
Angulo. Let's find out.
That ain't cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Hulu Theater at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, after 10 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the Bud Light Celebration decision. Bernard Bruni scores the bout 98-92. Ken Ezzo and Don Trella both score the bout 99-91. For your winner by unanimous decision, and still NABO Super Middleweight Champion, Edgar, the Chosen One, Berlanga.
So look, that's the end of the broadcast right there. So let me head over to the State of Boxing, and we're gonna see what they were talking about over there. Listen to the post-fight interview. But bro, he just don't gotta remember this dude. Cannibal Ali, he bit David Price. Like, you see what I'm saying? Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Like, I do not like, no cannibals, man. I got bit before. Look, some crazy shit. I was mad at Marcos Maidana because how did he bite through, like, gloves with the mouth guard and had Floyd screaming like a bitch. Floyd was like, ah, He bit me. Like, that's that rich people shit, man. Hold up. Let me see. State of boxing. But yeah, man, I mean, like his trainer kept telling me, like, box, box, box. But he just really can't box like that. Like, not on that level. Here we are, the state of boxing, And of course, Mike Tyson done bit a whole damn man ear off. Like fucking cannibals, man. Like, what is up with them? But yeah, let's listen to the post-fight interview.
Welcome to the State of Boxing, here with Edgar Berlanga, who improves 20-0. Edgar, do you remember being in the stands, in this building, when you were 9 years old, watching Miguel Cotto take on Zab Judah?
And apparently, was Miguel Cotto drunk? Because he just got up and he bounced.
Dreaming of being here in this moment, what does it mean to you tonight?
Oh, man, it means a lot. I was here 9 years old when I watched Miguel Cotto fight Zab Judah, and it was tremendous. And then I watched him fight at the Barclays Center. And from there, I just believed. I said, listen, when I turned pro, my father told me, we could be headlining one day, the Puerto Rican Day weekend. And that's what happened tonight.
Here you are, you get your 20th victory. We see that your trainer Juan de Leon is drying you off right now. The words he told me in the beginning were, he's more settled. How did you feel tonight in taking on a rugged veteran like Angulo?
I felt good, mentally I felt good. I felt happy, the whole training camp. And I moved the training camp to Puerto Rico. And I just can't be more grateful to be on my island training and did a full camp for this fight. And you've seen the difference tonight.
4 consecutive decision wins, but this was probably the one where your boxing skills finally showed. Was that part of the plan?
Oh, of course. We said if we land a clean shot, if he goes, he goes. But if we got to box at 10 rounds, that's exactly what I did, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to show the critics, all the people that said I'm not worthy enough to be where I got to be in the sport at 168 and to compete with the veterans sooner or later. So I feel like tonight I proved my point.
Rounds 8 and 9, the crowd was pushing you. They wanted a little bit more. They wanted to get that adrenaline pumping. What was that like?
It was fun, but I had to stick to the game plan. Angulo's a tough veteran. He fought for the title 2 times. He fought Beterbiev. He fought Ramirez. So those are guys that he almost went the distance with Ramirez, and he got stopped in 11 with Beterbiev, but still he went 11 rounds with him, and these are good champions. So, I knew it wasn't going to be an easy contest.
Anytime you fight in front of your hometown fans, there's going to be emotions. In round 7, it looked like you bit him on the shoulder. What happened?
Nah, because he was throwing elbows. I was about to do a Mike Tyson on him. But, he kept throwing his elbows and pushing his head. I didn't want to get cut or anything. But I was ready to bite him like Mike Tyson. Nah, let me stop.
So you almost got disqualified. But more importantly, what do you see yourself doing moving
fucking
forward after
cannibals,
tonight?
man.
I just got the experience I needed once again, My power's still there, I heard him a couple times, but I didn't want to fall for any chops or anything. I knew that he was a tough guy. Benavidez landed good shots on him. He's still worthy. So I already knew that, if I landed a good shot, just keep boxing. If he goes, he goes. If he don't, then I was ready to go 10 rounds.
Miguel Cotto was in the house tonight. A very special weekend for him going into the Hall of Fame, the Puerto Rican Day Parade here. What do you want to say?
6 round 4 on my card.
I love all my Puerto Ricans.
He generously won, barely.
Came out here. I love you guys. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. We sold out once again within 4 months. And I just want to thank my fans. Like I said, I'm nothing without y'all. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. They wouldn't be giving me this type of light if I didn't have the support system y'all guys give me. And I love you guys so much. I know y'all spend a lot of money on tickets. Y'all sacrifice, working hard to get to this event. I love you guys. Puerto Rico, te quiero mucho. Tú sabes, número 1, Berlanga, el elegido, el monto, siempre Puerto Rico arriba, la bandera.
Thank you very much. Guys, send it to you.
Thank you very much,
Yeah, you can't go around biting people, man. Like, that shit, he should be suspended for real. Like, certain shit, like, it should just be like, yo, no. Like, no, we got to make an example of you. Like, bro, when you're going to joke about it? Like, what has a better ring to it? The Puerto Rican cannibal Berlanga, or Cannibal Berlanga. That sounds more sinister, right? Cannibal Berlanga. Look at this mother. Look at this guy. Why would you do that, mate? Like, bro. And then it's all sweating. Like, you nasty. You are nasty. It's a damn shame. You know, on Puerto Rican Day, too, I didn't know. See, he done gave the Puerto Ricans a bad name. Now he got people thinking y'all interested in human meat. Eating people and shit. Like, what is going on? But yeah, I did. I was in the bed when I watched Jose Vargas take on Dakota Linger. You know, hopefully he don't turn out like Glenn Tapia because his chin is suspect. You know, and some people saying that damn, maybe it's time for him to go get a job. Remember, Xander Zayas was supposed to be on this card, but he had got sick. We're going to be actually at Beterbiev versus Joe Smith this week, and my colleague Donnell is going to be there. So this is me right now catching up on these videos. You know, and I got a lot of shit to do in the next couple of weeks, which those few days off, it did do me good. Like sometimes, you know, and I don't take too many Saturdays off. You know, I would say probably like fight weekends, I maybe take about, you know, 3 fight weekends off a year. And it's 52 weeks in a year. So this was that weekend. And it's always when I take the weekend off, some crazy shit happens like fucking Cannibal Berlanga, you know, or Don King's shit show. And I watched boxing this weekend. I watched the fights. I just watched them from the bed. Like taking fucking breathing treatments and shit. That shit, you know, some shit, man. But yeah, be careful out here with this crazy ass weather and hay fever and all that type of stuff. But yeah, bro, looking like where he's at right now. Let's go look at the rankings at 168 pounds on my website, FightView360. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Let's be honest. Like, do you consider? Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys, the people, because your voice shall be heard. Your voice is important around here. Do you consider him to be like top talent at 168 pounds? You know what I mean? He's top 10. You know, would you pick, now I'm not saying the fight would happen, but would you pick Berlanga over Anthony Durrell right now? I would not. And the dog is old. The dog like 38 now, some shit like that. You know, like, can we get Berlanga versus David Lemieux? Maybe. You know? Because right now, he's clearly not ready to really, really step up. How old is he? 25? You got some time to really correct some things. He's got some time. You know, but they have to slow it down a little bit. Like, it's clear because he's on a bad path now. You know, in 3 straight fights since he's went the distance. You know, he was knocked down, you know, by Corsadas, the guy that almost beat Billy Joe. That's, you know, something. Steve Rolls, okay, all right, you know, nice little bounce back, but, you know, wasn't like really impressive. And then he bit Romer and Angulo, and those cards are, you know, kind of fucked. You know, it's a damn shame. Let's see if they're going to talk to him on the State of Boxing. Let's see what they have to say a little bit.
Tonight was a win. I think in terms of the expectations, and we sat down yesterday, and I love talking to this kid.
Yes.
But he set the expectations. He says,
Yes.
I'm going to leave here a superstar. I want to be compared to Miguel Cotto. And the lasting image of this, unfortunately, is going to be the bite. And it shouldn't be treated as a goof. All due respect to the kid and everyone around him, it shouldn't be.
If I described this fight, gave you the result, and listen, the margins were a little wide, but I don't think this is that, scoring this fight, whatever. You know what your eyes saw. If I went through and said, here's what this fight's going to look like, here's what people potentially are going to be saying about you, this would fall short of checking the boxes of what his expectations were tonight.
Of course, but
he said he was going to knock him out. He said he's going to leave here stamping himself as clearly the next great Puerto Rican superstar.
I mean, he
That's
puts a lot of expectations on himself, and I understand and I respect that. No, he didn't deliver tonight, but it's different when you get in that ring, man, and you feel that punching power coming your way. You know, a guy with a lot of experience that was trying to set traps and set him up and trying to get him up out of there.
Yeah.
You know, he boxed the best way he can. Now, this is just the beginning. We didn't think he had this wrinkle. Remember we talked about this. Oh, all he is a puncher. All he is a puncher. No, he showed that he can box. Yes, he's going to need a lot more work on his boxing ability. He wasn't great, you know, and he needs to counter a little bit more often. But, you know, I'm going to give him credit, man. His trainer.
And you know what? That's what I was looking at too. Like, he was really trying to like box. And you know, he's kind of like in that middle of the road where in order to get to the higher levels, he needs to know how to box. You know, and actually be able to box, you know, when he's not able just to run through guys. You know, so I did kind of feel that he's like in the middle and, you know, he's still adjusting. But he definitely, you know, like he
stepped in and said, look, What are you doing? Why are you trying to please the fans? You know,
Juan de Leon
Why are
was
you trying
very
to
direct late.
Please the fans.
no, but in instances like this and big step-ups like this, you got to win, man. At the end of the day, you got to win. If he would have stayed in the pocket and would have fought toe-to-toe, he probably would have not made it out of the ring. I'm going to tell you that right now because this guy got some heavy hands. You got to understand that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I mean, I like I said, I somewhat agree, you know, but at the end of the day, it didn't work for him, and this was a very bad look for him. Like this was supposed to be like the coming out party, like for him. You see what I'm saying? Like no pun intended, if you know about what's been going on with no pun intended. But anyway, you know, happy Pride Month, by the way. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know, him versus Jesse Hart, that's a nice like barometer right there. And let me go see who else. You know, at this point, I'll accept the David Lemieux. You know, I'm looking at just logical contenders. He's number 6 by the WBO, though. He's got to make some moves. He got to make some moves. Well, only time will tell. On T-Street Controversy with 5v360. And he might get suspended. Like, he still might get suspended. On T-Street Controversy with 5v360. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching. The links to my social media are right down below in the description box. Please subscribe.